Need to hear one of our shows again? We've got them on podcast. Go to fmmoneytalkradio.com. Scroll down to Podcast on Demand. Pick your show and it's on. Podcast on fmmoneytalkradio.com.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Café studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Café on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. I gotta tell you, we got a lot of fun stuff.
I keep trying to bring fun back into our show.
You know, I'm gonna tell you.
I've got you some good guests so far, haven't I?
The best. And Summer, right now, she has my full attention. And I don't understand what's wrong with this freaking...
What you got going?
It says misuse. We limit how often
you're still in jail.
Do certain things on Facebook. It looks like you hit one of our limits.
I guess you're in jail.
I haven't done anything.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to the Brooklyn Café Show. Happy Hanukkah for everyone that celebrates. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. I have to share, we have a spectacular menorah here on set. We have a new artist in our studio, Max Lazega. And Max created this gorgeous menorah.
That looks heavy.
It is heavy. I should not have picked it up with one hand. This he actually gifted to the Brooklyn Café Show for Hanukkah, which is beautiful. And tonight we get to light it on our show at 7 o'clock with Dr. Anya Temer, Total Holistic Life Chef. They're going to be lighting our menorah tonight at sundown. Max Lazega has some spectacular pieces here in our studio, a few robots, some great pictures, a tree of life, all done with nails. Did you know that was all done with nails?
What?
All of that is done with nails only.
The tree of life?
Yep.
Well, how did he do the tree?
You have to take a look. Everything is with nails. Those are all nails. So everything is repurposed, either computer hardware or different electrical pieces. We've got a golfer robot. We have a doctor robot, some great pieces, and this beautiful, beautiful menorah. And this robot that I know you have your speaker hooked up to. So a lot of pieces, some new artists, a lot of fun. And today's show, of course, No Thursday would be complete without Robin Weiss, our bling extraordinaire, creator of my beautiful Swarovski crystal wand, and a special treat. we have got Summer Peep with us of Palm Beach Distillery.
Yes.
So a whole lot of fun kicking off our holiday season.
She has a lot of fans.
Rolling right into the
And
weekend.
she just walked in.
You know, yesterday we had a great segment with Carla Hagan.
Yes.
And I could have put them together, but it didn't work out, which is okay. Oh, you moved the piece behind me. I knew I put that up. I'm thinking, how am I looking at both? With Carla Hagan, and I had put the flower behind me. And here I am looking at it thinking, what happened when I went to the bathroom?
It was a little disproportionate.
But anyway, we get to have some fun. Rock and roll tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. Robin, I see I've got a beautiful crystallized dreidel here.
Can I put anything on there in the turn?
Well, I bought it like that. Don't forget, rhinestones are about embellishing what there already is.
Did you see this
The
gorgeous
ordinary
dreidel?
is extraordinary. So I bought that at TJ Maxx for what, $12.99? And all I did, Freddie, was I glued the crystals on, and it took me about maybe 10 minutes.
And it always turns.
And it always turned. I am the embellisher, so I find things that are bling friendly and turn them into the extraordinary.
This is unbelievable. I have to tell you, it really feels like the holidays here. It's a little cool outside. It's a little cool outside, as Tony Bennett sings, and we get to have a little bit of a hot toddy and see what we got going on. Robin, what are you making for us today?
Well, you know, my journey with rhinestones is ongoing and every week changes, and that's why I love coming here once a week, because I always have so many new things from the week before. And then, of course, I have my personal business orders, which I did bring 2 really cool things I'm working on now that were custom ordered from me. I brought some holiday ideas, things that you can make for your Christmas tree rather than the regular Christmas tree ornaments that we're so accustomed to. And I also brought gifts that you can make.
Don't you have a surprise gift for Dawn?
Oh boy, you guys, you're so spoiled.
I have to wait until they get her camera up, though. So
I'm still rolling my sleeves up.
once we get her camera up, we're going to go into the gifts. And I also want to introduce, we have Summer Peep with us of Palm Beach Distillery. So just got to pick up your mic, make sure that green light is on while Robin continues to set up. Welcome to our chaos. And I would say we're not always this crazy and busy before we go on air, but we are always, right? Up to the last minute, we're rolling.
First of all, it is control crazy.
Control chaos.
Yes.
Yeah, like the pictures you hung on top of my head over in the other studio. That one's a little cockeyed too, but
That's the nail. That ain't me. I didn't hang anything.
Amy hung that.
You know, I didn't hang anything cockeyed. No, I didn't.
No,
The
Slick did.
kid who did it did not understand my instructions. But the object of the game is sometimes you have to sort of turn art a little bit to the side so people come in and they think there's something wrong with it or there's something different about it. And I got your attention.
You got my attention. Wow, the set looks beautiful, you guys. Summer, tell me about Palm Beach Distillery and all of these great things. You know how I knew Freddie didn't know who you were? Because you walked in and he goes, hello, how are you? Freddie, that's Summer from Palm Beach Distillery. Oh, hello, how are you? Please come in and have a seat. Can I get you anything?
I gained an instant best friend, it seems like, when I walked in.
I got to tell you, she's my new best friend.
I figured as much.
She has a whole world of vodka over there.
So I have to find out all about that, see what's going on. I don't know what happened to her camera, but we lost her camera, Teddy. Yep. And see what she's got going on. But what are we drinking here?
That one there is called Capistara, and there's a story behind it, but that is a vanilla caramel vodka. And it is my #1 seller. It's my backyard barbecue, my friends and family get-togethers, you name it, that's the social drink, the drink that you want to be have in your hand in your coffee and whatever you want it in.
I was wondering why I smelled sweet. So it's the caramel, vanilla caramel vodka.
You put it in coffee. And it's vodka, so
it is
better
vodka.
drink it.
Yeah.
Now, this is the kind of thing.
I'd rather just drink it without the coffee.
Well, I'm going to get to that too, but now I have
Wow.
coffee.
Teddy, you had a plain without coffee? Yeah. It's much better without the coffee.
She always got to do that.
So
What I'm
sorry.
going to do is I'm going to have like a shot glass put on a chain. And then you could pour this thing. Isn't it smooth?
This is unbelievable. It's called Lost Harbor.
Yes.
Tell us about who creates a line of caramel vodka just because for fun?
Just because for fun. That's me. I opened Palm Beach Distillery about 3 years ago. I was a board accountant and needed something fun and exciting to do to get out into the public and get to meet people and socialize. And, you know, what better way than alcohol? I make best friends.
You're our new best friend, yeah.
But, yeah, I decided I could get started. I, went through the whole procedure of licensing and everything like that and was like, I can do this.
Now, what did you do before you did this?
Accounting.
She's an accountant.
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of similar.
Kind of
Numbers.
You can count bottles.
And this you told me is made from corn. I never knew vodka was made from corn. Apparently
Yes.
they tell me there's another well-known vodka made from corn. I always thought it was made from potatoes.
Oh, well, it can be made from potatoes as well. It can be made from rice, corn, potatoes, wheat, you name it.
So why vodka and why caramel flavored?
Well, vodka is one of the fastest, or I guess most consumed spirits in the nation. So vodka is easy to get on the shelf. People are always going to pick up vodka and drink vodka. It goes with pretty much everything. I wanted a flavored vodka just because, we are the first female-owned and operated distillery in Florida. We wanted to appeal not to just the females, to everybody in general, but being a female myself, I wanted something that represented me, represented my group of friends, and that's when I came up with Capistara, the vanilla caramel vodka.
How'd you come up with the name?
That's a story in itself. So during this whole process, you have to, get formula approvals and label approvals through the federal government. And I had my formula approved and was waiting to get my label approved. And I was just calling it vanilla caramel vodka. And they wouldn't let me call it that because it has 0.1% of an artificial color in it, 0.1. So by law, I had to put the word imitation on the front of the bottle. So I didn't want it to be called that. So I had to think of a name that stood out, something that people would look at it and say, what is this? So I was thinking of different names and, what can I call this? And I was leaving my neighborhood one day here in Southeast Florida, and I looked back at the name and was like, I wonder what that means. So I looked it up and did my research, and the name had no definition. There's nothing else in the world called Capistara other than the neighborhood that I live in. My neighborhood has been my biggest support system. My best friends, my group of girls, were called the Ladies of Capistara. We have our own Facebook pages. We have monthly parties. We just have a really, really good time. So I looked into the name, and fortunately enough for me, it wasn't trademarked. So I trademarked it and now own the name Capistara.
So Capistara is where you lived?
It is where I live.
And the name wasn't even trademarked. It was already a place you lived. Wow.
Right. So I trademarked the name. I now own the name Capistara, and it has a definition. It's friends, family, and community. So it represents my friends, my family, the people that have been my support system. This is for them.
So you don't have to put imitation, anything like that, because it's just the name.
I do still have to put the word imitation on the front of the bottle, but I just wanted a more prominent name on the front. So they looked at something else rather than that word imitation. Right. However, over the last year, I've been working with my flavoring company, and we've come up with 100% natural formula. So I will be doing a label change come the new year. That's going to be exciting. And it will not have the word imitation on the front of it anymore. It will be 100% natural and organic.
Wow. Oh, I'm all in on that because so much we're all in on vodka in general. This is spectacular, but imagine promoting a female-owned distillery with organic and natural.
And she does more than just vodka. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But I think it's absolutely. I was thinking she was going to come up with you got to drink this vodka.
We were trying to come up with a new Puerto Rican coffee because we do our morning show at 9, and coffee's coffee.
Yeah.
But you can actually throw this in. It's a little bit of a nice morning sweetener. We can call it Café coffee or something. Capistara
coffee.
Morning brew.
That's real Puerto Rican cafe coffee.
Capistara morning brew or something. I don't know.
Capistara. You drinking up this, you get to the star.
When you do drink it, your face gets a little warm and tingly. I just have to tell you. But
we're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
The tingly has begun.
But this is but your Lost Harbor and Palm Beach Distillery?
So Palm Beach Distillery is the name of the distillery. The product brand or the brand is Lost Harbor Spirits. So under Palm Beach Distillery, I have many more things planned, many more lines or brands that I'm planning on doing down the road.
And besides vodka, what else do you have?
Currently, Lost Harbor has regular vodka, the vanilla caramel vodka, rum and gin, and soon to be a dark rum coming out.
Who was talking? Yesterday they were talking to us about gin and tonic, right? And I said, I'm never a big gin drinker, but apparently gin is this very sexy kind of drink.
It is now, and it's up and coming. It's becoming more popular here in America and amongst females as well. So that's why I decided to put it in my line. I didn't typically like gin before. I thought it was like eating Christmas trees and grandpa's
Really?
gin, you know? So I wanted to change that because my goal in everything that I make is to be able to enjoy it by itself as well as mixed with your favorite mixer. And so I want to like everything that I make. So I messed with the recipe, the formula as much as I could and came up with something that I actually really, really enjoy now.
Imagine being a taste tester and owning a distillery.
I volunteer free.
And you know what? What's amazing that she offered us is we can have our own private tour, so we don't have to worry about anyone else there. We can set up a private tour and go up to this distillery,
Oh, God,
keep
we're in
drinking. Taylor, you'll come with us and take film. You can be our DD. Or we'll call Mr. Limo and take us up there. And have a private tour. This way nobody has to worry about COVID and precautions. It's just contained.
Do not listen to anything don't have to say from
No,
this point
Summer
on.
said we can do that.
Yes, I understand that.
That is the truth.
Yes, it is the truth, but
I'm not having Taylor as the DD. Trust me.
I don't want you to step down off the stage. But anyway, what I like about this particular deal, number one, you did this going in, no fear. You said, I'm just going to do this and watch me grow.
There's a lot of fear, for sure. I mean, it was a whole career, life-changing experience. I didn't know that I was going to be the first female-owned and operated distillery in Florida until I got into the game.
Wow.
So that was new and exciting, you know, once I found that out. But it was, you know, definitely a lot of fear. But I was at the point in my life where I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm going to regret it. I'm going to regret not trying to take a chance and just to see where it goes. If it fails, at least I tried.
And here you are 3 years later, and you're expanding and growing.
Yes. Yep.
And also, the gin and tonic is a throwback.
I need to.
50s,
I want to taste everything because
50s and 60s. Remember the Great Gatsby?
Yep.
That's gin and tonic time. That's what they used to have it in the day. It was a very famous in a tall 8-ounce glass, and gin and tonic was. You see, what I like about it is that this has some throwback flavoring to it. It's a little different. It goes in coffee. It goes in the cup. It's really soothing, which is kind of cool. And how much better can it be when you have a female? Now, all week for the last 3 weeks, we've been talking about females that are coming in here and saying, you know what, we're going to change the world. Do you know there's going to be 1 billion women in 2025?
that are going through menopause.
that are going through menopause? The world will be changing.
No, it's all right because what we're coming up with a male support group box.
Yes,
and
we started yesterday. We signed 100 guys already.
So we started with a bourbon that goes in the male support group. So the women can maybe get a bottle of vodka as they're going through it, and the male can get a bottle of gin or rum or something to go with it.
A bottle of bourbon.
Right?
A lot of bourbon.
But Summer's too young to worry about that.
No, I know that, but the object of the game is that you're looking ahead. Now, you started this 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Do you see yourself where you're going to be in 3 years?
I try to just take a step forward every day and see where I can get that day instead of trying to look too far ahead. I think looking too far ahead kind of scares me a bit. I just want to be successful in what I do. I want to enjoy every day of what I do. And the minute I got started on this, I fell in love and was like, why haven't I done this my entire life? So I love what I do, and I just want to keep enjoying it and hopefully come up with new brands and new flavors and new things that get out there that people enjoy.
Yep.
And it's amazing. So delicious. And I love the fact that you took a leap of faith and said, you know what? I don't ever want to have a regret and go back. And that is really the key to so much of what we do. It's kind of like how I ended up here. At some point in life, you say, you know what? I have to do it. I have to try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. But if I don't try to do something for me,
right,
then I'm never going to have that opportunity. And you should never look back and regret. I could have, I should have.
Right.
And here you have an how big is the distillery?
It's about 3,000 square feet. So it's small, but it does the job. I have everything that I need there, and it's great. I love it.
How long does it take to make a bottle of vodka?
To make a bottle of vodka, I would say from start to finish, a maturation, fermentation, the distillation, and then everything else. Everything is done in-house as far as mixing, blending, filtering, bottling. Everything is done at the distillery. A bottle of vodka, I would say 2 weeks. I can get one out the door.
And gin?
Gin's about the same amount of time. A little bit longer because I do have 9 botanicals in my gin, so each one's handled and distilled separately, so it takes a little bit longer, and I want the fullest flavor of each botanical to come out, so it takes a little bit longer, but I can pump something out in a couple of weeks.
And rum, same thing?
Round about the same thing, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go to commercial break. When we come back, I want to try, we got to sample everything. See what Miss Bling's got going on back there. I see you crystallizing a face shield.
Well, I did finish a face shield that was given to me when I went to visit my mother.
You have your mic?
VA, and it was plain.
Talk into your mic.
Where's your microphone?
I'm so sorry. So I was given a face shield. Little did I know I needed one to visit my mom in her nursing home last week, and they said I have to keep it. Well, in order to keep it, you got to bling it. So I just covered this really cool face shield. It's adorable. I'm happy to show it on the camera if anyone wants to see. That's what I've been doing while you all have been talking.
Beautiful.
And now I'm on to my next really cool little item.
I think you're
COVID
talking to your
glasses.
mic. Your
I'm
glasses.
going to work on these next. COVID glasses.
COVID glasses. And Summer took one look at what, the masks? And said I have to have one?
Yes. Well, there was one on there that I has bumblebees on it, and now my best friend knows what she's getting, so.
Well, everything, so much of what Robin makes is bumblebee. She's got Christmas ornaments, she's got her necklace, and
I brought a bunch of bumblebee Christmas tree ornaments and centerpiece clips for you today. Lots of bumblebees today.
Love it.
And you made me a shirt. All right.
We gotta get a mask with a straw.
Okay, for
I think
this.
Teddy had one. Yeah, I have one. All right, for this, and put the name of the rum on the side.
How's your face feeling over there? It feels good.
I don't know. I went like this and I feel nothing.
All right, let's take a quick
Only
commercial
kidding.
break.
You guys
Give
have
us
to
a
open
call.
your gifts. Don't forget about your gifts.
Yes,
When we come back from commercial.
Sounds
Jinx. 888-994-4995. We'll be right back. Capistara.
Hugs and smiles, blow a kiss to everyone you miss. Hugs and smiles will make the world a better place, and heals the heart with a smile on your face.
Hugs and Smiles Foundation was formed on the basis of giving kids the opportunity to learn and grow with art and music. Our classes are made for kids to express themselves in an open and free environment. If you want to donate or help run the class, contact Tina Weiss at 954-501-0524 or at tina@hugsandsmiles.org. All the memorabilia sold at the Brooklyn Café goes right back to the foundation to help Hugs and Smiles keep going. If you want to purchase a piece of art or memorabilia, contact Tina Weiss at 954-501-0524 or at tina@hugsandsmiles.org.
The music, art, and dance, and holding hands, we could take a stand. And with a smile, you make my dreams come true. Then all I need is a hug, a smile from you and you.
Hi, I'm Robin Weiss, and I'm a rhinestone artist and rhinestone art instructor. 12 years ago, when I retired from my nail business, I decided to become a rhinestone artist. But then I soon realized there was nowhere that I could go to find the adequate combination of tools or even instructions of how to go about enjoying this craft. My passion for this beautiful medium we know as rhinestones and what I knew they could create drove me to figure out a way to create this magical craft that I now teach. I have developed the perfect rhinestone crafting starter kit, which contains the perfect rhinestone crafting pickup stick. I created this kit to help others and to show you that rhinestone crafting is a craft whose time has come. Filled with fun, rhythmic, and therapeutic. The amount of items that you can cover is endless. Not to mention the places this craft will take you and the people you will meet if you should decide you want to get to artist level. You can watch my creations and watch me work on the Brooklyn Café TV show every Thursday, where I'll be blinging for Dawn, and sometimes Freddie. While we enjoy each other's company, I'll be bringing you the most beautiful and fun creations to inspire you to try this craft. You can also find me on Real Housewives of Bling at Instagram and also my Facebook group. That is where I'll show you all of my crystal creations while you follow me on my rhinestone journey.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of Scotch whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Café TV. How did you like that? I'm just sending over another lower third
I
to
noticed
Slick.
that you didn't say anything about Slick.
You call that Slick?
Slick Jr.
Our little mini robot from Max Lazaga. I got to tell you, Max is such a great guy. And Amy Rashevsky had her show yesterday, and her guest last minute couldn't come. And Max was here hanging his beautiful art on the wall, and he filled in, and he did a great job.
And you didn't say anything about Slick Jr.
That's really funny. I didn't realize you quite called him Slick Jr. All right, let's kick this over to our rhinestone bling artist. We've got Robin Weiss joining us. Are we not kicking over to you?
Oh, we are kicking over. I'm in the middle of a glue canoe, so I'm going to talk to you while I finish this.
She's in a glue canoe.
Yes, I'm in a glue canoe.
How's that smell going for you in the glue canoe?
Well, I don't have any problem, thank goodness, to my dental glue syringes. They contain all the smell, and I love this craft, and you can do it outside if you're sensitive, and there's other glues, so there's always a way to solve a problem.
All right, are we opening this goodie bag that you brought for us?
I did. I brought you guys gifts for the
glue
holidays.
canoe.
Happy Hanukkah.
A glue
Merry
canoe.
Christmas.
I don't know what I dropped, but that could have just been my mic stand. All right, so Robin brought over some holiday gifts, and again, Happy Hanukkah to all of you that celebrate, and Christmas is around the corner, so this is for you, apparently.
Okay, but we got to do yours first.
We got to do mine first. Okay. And I also have my shoes down here that I keep here, which are now part of my set. All right. Wow, Robin, you can bling anything. Look at this. I've got a holiday Christmas coffee cup.
There's something in the shake that?
So there's a special surprise inside for you, Dawn, that
I feel like Lucky Charms. They're magically
when you give
delicious.
them to me, I'm going to put bling on them for you today. It's the logo of the show. They're coffee cups with little steam coming out. So
Wow.
I
Do you
thought
remember Shrinky Dinks?
That's probably what they
Ouch.
are. Yeah.
Do you remember Shrinky Dinks?
Don't bring that up, please.
Did you burn yourself?
They are shrinky.
No, Shrinky Dinks is something in the day we used to have.
No, they're little.
I
They're
don't
little. They go in the
I
oven,
don't
and they're on
wanna talk
the.
about
You guys are all too young to remember Shrinky. Robin, you
Oh,
remember,
of course, those are definitely shrinky things.
right? So there was this
Yes.
like some sort of paper plastic that you would draw in color on it. You'd stick it in the toaster oven, and they would shrink into these beautiful colors.
And that's what that is. That's the.
So
that is the
I got
art of
Shrinky Dink
yes.
Cafe coffee earrings. I
So
won't
if
say
somebody
anything.
could bring them to
If
me,
you
I
keep
can
giving
bring
me
them.
drinks, Summer, I won't be so PG rated by the end of today's show.
You
So
bring, I believe.
these are unbelievable. Trinky Dinks coffee earrings. These are amazing, Robin. Thank you.
I'm glad you like them, Dawn.
She's going to bling them out a little bit more for you.
All right, she's
Well,
gonna
they
bring.
don't have any bling on them, Freddie, so I'm going to bling
There's
them
no
out,
bling. All
period.
right, let's see what you got cooking. Because
Okay.
apparently these are real men do like bling, and everything here is made in the U.S. And I'm got.
So this mask was from an artist from eBay, made in the U.S., supporting small business. And
I loved
since
it
Freddie
too.
makes his living talking, I figure a mouth would be perfect for him. So happy holidays, Freddie.
I never found a mouth I hated.
Did
And
you
there's a
see
little
this
season on
too?
there. How do you like it, Freddie? They
I
also
love
have Swarovski crystals on the mask, about 50 Siam Swarovski crystals
Are you
in
serious?
the splatter method.
I can't
Yes.
wear this. I'm going to have to put it on a poster
You look
or
amazing,
something.
Freddie. You look so good.
Wow.
Freddie, you look fantastic.
Wow.
Slick likes that a lot.
Hey, Slick, this is going to be my new, what do you call that when you have
Persona.
something like that?
I like it
hear
a
you?
lot.
This is unbelievable. My goodness gracious. She's just crazy. You know who I feel like? What's the name of the guy who sings with the big mouth?
Freddie Mercury?
No. The blonde-headed guy. Isn't it the blonde-headed guy?
David Bowie,
Is that who it is? They
Rod
put it?
Stewart,
Rod Stewart.
Mick
He's
Jagger.
right there, Freddie, next to you, on the
Yeah, I know,
floor.
he's talking to me.
Exactly. You're
Rod Stewart.
channeling your inner Rod Stewart,
With
apparently.
big lips when he was on.
Mick Jagger.
No, Mick Jagger.
Oh God. One of
Thank you,
them.
Robin.
You got to keep pouring this. That's what it comes down to. I'm horrible with names. I barely know Dawn's name. In here, everybody has a nickname.
So if somebody could bring me those earrings, I want to put some bling on them.
I think Teddy put them
Thank you so
on
much. I
on your
didn't notice
table.
those. I'm going to get right to it, Dawn.
All right, thank you,
Now it's
Robin.
amazing because I see that you sort of cleared the back office a little bit. We're going to clear it up a little bit more. And yes, we are going to put the table up there. We've come to a male conclusion that men can lift tables, and we're going to put it up there in a certain way. You're going to love it.
Probably not, but
You're
okay.
going to love it. And then we'll do Blink City.
You're gonna put Robin in the loft?
No.
No.
How am I going to put Robin in
You
the
can't
loft?
put Robin up there.
She's already up there. I'm talking about putting it here, and you're going to enter Blink City because I have an idea of how to pre-enter and enter.
All right, Summer, I need to drink heavily on this one. So what's coming
You're
up
going to
next?
love it.
Well, what do you want to start with?
Let's try the regular vodka.
Regular vodka. Sounds good.
And we've got Veggie Vera with us. We've got Veronica Green joining us. We haven't seen Veronica in a while, so as Summer pours, let's do a little quick what's going on with Veggie Vera.
Hi, good to be back. Yes. Yeah, so good to be back. I miss you guys.
We've missed you also. I can't believe how much time has passed.
I know, it's crazy. I feel like this year's flown by.
And every week you send me a new show, which is
Yeah.
amazing. And I love the stories, and I love
Yeah,
the
I'm having
interaction
fun.
with the kids.
I'm having fun doing them. It's fun. I mean, I know a lot of people are still not really bringing their kids out and wanting to be in groups and stuff. So for those who were used to weekly story times and little craft activities and stuff, it is nice to have something still available virtually that you can do at home with just using basic materials.
The thing that's amazing to me is it takes me back to you kids are little. The basic things you can do for a craft with a coffee filter
I
and
know.
and a clothespin and some yarn and pipe cleaners. Like you forget, we get into so many complicated things as an adult. If you really go back to your childhood,
It's
you
true.
can have fun with the
And
simple
now I'm
things.
doing all of these things now. And I'm like, when my time comes, when I have a baby, I am like not going to buy toys. I'm going to just let them play with all the stuff in the house. It's like, you really just need like, you know, just the basic random little things you have around the house can turn into craft projects for the kids. So yeah, I've been having fun doing it. It's been a lot of fun.
It's really unbelievable. And we actually had somebody in here. Freddie, remember we had the vegan bakery in here? These are all the same?
Yeah, they're all the.
We had the vegan bakery in here, and we were
I know
talking
Vegan
about
Bakery.
introducing you, and she said, I know Veronica. My
Yeah.
daughter does her yoga, her children's yoga book
Yeah.
every day.
Oh, that's so sweet. That makes me feel so.
And her daughter was here, and she said she loves you, and you know all this networking, people are knowing what's going on, and the importance of, I should really practice what I preach. That's why I have Summer with me, so I can actually clear my brain, of meditating and going within even at a young age.
Yeah, especially at a young age. Yeah, people don't realize that kids do have stress too, you know. Now more than ever, they're actually so much going on in the world, and for their little minds to process all of it, it can be stressful. So yeah, definitely meditation, yoga for kids, so important, I believe. And I'm actually now starting to offer my services. You know, my whole Veronica Green Publications is like what all of my books have been published under, and like my mindfulness workshops and things that I do. But now I'm starting to extend my services a little bit and help people who have children who want to like write a story and publish their own book. So I helped, you know, little Anya do that. She just published her penguin book about rescuing the penguins, and she's doing the book release party at the Garden.
Here's what's amazing to me. You started this with Anya, right?
Yeah.
And Gupta is like Smith in English, right? So you don't think anything of it until I realized who her mother is.
You know Shivani.
Shivani, with Fusionary Formulas.
She did radio work with us too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Her daughter was her first interview who did the book about the penguins.
I remember. You know, it's amazing because it's contagious. We also have 2 girls that come in after her, and then you have Hector, the animator, who's turned chef now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's delightful to see back-to-back shows on Saturday. And the message being sent is great. And it's a small circle of people.
Actually, you just gave me an idea.
Of course I did. Drink heavily.
I think, Robin, maybe we can add you to part of our kids lineup. Maybe we can do a segment.
Robin you could put anywhere. Robin is like that shoe, one size fits all.
I did that today. I put my boots on the wrong feet. I'm like, they're a little uncomfortable. Let me try on the right feet. A whole lot better.
Like I said, Robin, you fit everywhere.
If the shoe fits. But it might be kind of cool to put Robin and do some kids blinging with not the Swarovski, but you know, your lower end things that are kids friendly.
Well, nothing even has to have the word lower end, because they have come out with the most beautiful glass rhinestones. I actually sell them. And anything you put rhinestones on becomes really extraordinary, just like this little plastic dreidel. When I went out to the hallway, I grabbed it on.
Oh.
So, I mean, really, rhinestones just really add value.
Artwork and everything, and Swarovski, even though that isn't going to be produced anymore, there's incredible crystal rhinestones from the Czech Republic, so need not be fooled. This craft is not going anywhere.
Somebody was just telling me they were looking for beautiful crystals, and I need to connect you with them because they love the craft and they can't find beautiful stones.
Well, absolutely tell them where to go to get them. Everything's online, which actually makes it more convenient. But sometimes you have to be patient if you order from certain websites in China. There is one particular one that sells the bulk of the rhinestones, and I educate everybody in my workshop how to shop for rhinestones as well.
But I saw in your commercial you have your own bags of stones.
I do. That's my line of rhinestones. They're the highest quality glass rhinestones made, and I have my own manufacturer. And I'm really the everything one-stop rhinestone shop. And I have my own starter kit. I created my own pickup stick, and I've been working with rhinestones for 12 years. So I've pretty much mastered everything, specialized in everything, and now I'm teaching. I'm an instructor.
I have to tell you, it is so much fun walking in here every day with the art and the bling and the rhinestones. And
I'm so glad.
And now we got Summer with us as well, and the kids' books and the robots. And sometimes you don't when you pull up, you didn't realize what it was going to be like when you come through the doors, right?
She says, I'm in a warehouse district.
Well, I don't even know, it's not even the right name on the door because the sign companies keep disappearing on us. So we've tried to get a sign twice.
And Summer, we've only been here 1 year. We've done the show for 5 years, but we've only been here 1 year. So this is what we did in 1 year. And we need more room, unfortunately.
You going up?
I'm thinking of a second floor.
But it's amazing. So, Robin, we'll talk about just a little, maybe like a 10-minute segment or something for the
As
kids
soon as
and
I'm
crafting.
done with your earrings, how's that?
We'll talk about that also.
There we go.
What is next, Veronica, for Veggie Vera? Where is she going next?
So I just published the book about the oceans. Veggie Vera Rescues the Ocean Animals. That's the newest addition to the Veggie Vera collection, and it's been doing well. I got a lot of traction online from it. After I did my book release party and things started to simmer down, I actually took a break, like a social media detox, like break. I had been absent for an entire month, and I cannot tell you how what's the word, just freeing, liberating.
Wow.
It
and
was.
The world continued and you
and
survived.
the world continued and I survived, and then I'm coming back, and of course this is the thing, it's a double-edged sword. Sales slow down, if you have a business or something that you're trying to promote and sell online, you need to have a social media presence. So I definitely that sales slowed down. I mean, I'm not going to lie to that. That's the world that we live in. But it was so liberating. I needed that break. It was like I took a month to just be really present in the moment of everything I was doing and not have to force myself to worry about what pictures I'm going to take and what I'm going to film and worry about how I'm going to get it on. It was just really, really a month of just being present. And I can't tell you, it was so, so good. It was so gratifying. I encourage everyone to try it.
Yeah, social media is a whole, I get stressed out being
It's
on
a
social media
job.
sometimes.
It is a job. It's
Are
like
you
a
on?
full-time job.
Are you on social media a lot, Summer?
I'm on social media. I try to do my own social media. Like I said, I'm wearing all the hats for my business right now, and I'm terrible at social media. So that's, I think, the hardest part for me is that social media and thinking of the content to post every day and things like that.
It's exhausting.
It is. It really is. And that's why I need to, find somebody else to do it for me because I just can't.
It's all
it's
about
too much time. It's like a full-time
all about
job.
the twist, Summer. It's about adding, there's a company that came in here, remember, and they said, Freddie, you have to add more words to your social
And the right
media.
hashtags.
And I don't do any hashtags,
We
but
know.
I don't do many words either. Because the picture or the video speaks for itself. You have a product, you like it. I mean, I seen you all over social media. You look like the kids in your interview. And you're part of that whole.
I know, she's so cute when she does these segments.
You're part of that. So sometimes less is more, and sometimes you keep them wanting more. And
I do find that's true what you're saying. Like, you don't necessarily need to oversaturate your social
not at
media.
all.
I think quality over quantity, which is a phrase that they say for many things in life, right?
You see, we can't afford to take a day off. On
Well,
the
you guys
weekends, we're still doing it.
have this
it's
amazing
7
show
days a
going
week.
on. This is unbelievable. But I've said this before. Like, it blows my mind that you guys have daily content. I mean, and it's interesting, and you have new guests and you have new topics. Like, hats off to you for what you guys are doing.
We didn't have a guest. When was it? Monday, and the place was full.
Yeah,
You just
3
walked
hours.
in.
3 hours of airtime a day.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of content, right?
I
We are
understand.
9 to 10, our morning show, and 12 to 2, plus all the other shows everyone does their own content for. But it's a lot of things, and the artists, and it's a full studio production in here.
But once you start a conversation, and you have an advantage, and you're a woman-owned business, and you got a freaking pretty good product. I just taste that other little vodka.
I haven't tried this yet. This is the regular one?
Regular vodka, yeah.
Teddy, you tried it?
Has no aftertaste. It is really good. I mean, she has it easier than us.
Wow.
Right? Because you're competing with other people that do children's
This
stuff.
is very
and everything
smooth and easy.
else. It is. You can have just put a straw in that bad boy and go. So the object of the game is you yourself. You be yourself. You let your product do the walking. Remember the Yellow Page commercial? Let your fingers do the walking, and it's an easy deal. And you just put out different products. You can do polls and ask people, what would you like to have with your vodka? See, I'm an avid vodka drinker because as a diabetic, that is the only thing we can drink. So you just opened up the whole new world to me. Because I used to have vodka and cranberry. Now I can have vodka on the rocks with all those flavors.
That is why my martini theory holds true.
Yes.
So martinis are typically made with
You could do vodka or gin.
gin and vermouth, right? I do a vodka martini, hold the vermouth. So basically, I'm drinking vodka in a martini glass, and yet it works so well for me.
Yes. Cheer to it. And Dawn says that, but Dawn takes a sip of one thing and she's done. She doesn't drink heavily. It's not what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks that we're on this set drinking all day because they don't know what's in the mugs. And I tell them, maybe yes, maybe no. Listen, if you're going to look at me drinking a mug, maybe yes, maybe no.
We're really running a business every day. It's really what we're doing.
But it isn't so much about letting them anticipate who you are, what you do, and throw the curveball. Change it up a little bit. Have a guess, That's what I love about Hector. I never know what he's going to do, what's he going to cook, how he's going to cook it.
But one of the great things that we get to do as a production house is we can run the gamut from kid shows that air on Saturday with Veggie Vero and Homemade with the Animator and our Kids in Capes that airs Thursday nights on radio, all the way up through our midday show, through our women empowerment and women-owned business and rhinestones and vodka and rum. And then you go all the way up to your caregiver's reality. So when people ask what our shows are about as a production house,
How do you answer that?
everything. You even had Steve-O that did politics before the election on Ask the Experts. So the shows that we
We
cover,
had Vice President Pence and
Teddy did the
Teddy
recordings.
did the recording here. He was in studio on the virtual.
You know, whatever your
And he came in
affiliation
here.
is,
You guys are the everything show.
it's not even that, as a company, we cover everything.
You're like the everything bagel.
the everything. There we go. We're the everything bagel.
You know, but the object of the game is that you do one thing, you do something different. The age demographic is different. Your height is different. Your look is different. I mean, you got a bling lady over here. If I have a champagne glass and I put it down, when I pick it up, it's full of bling.
Imagine blinging out all these little shot glasses, Summer. Oh,
They'd
Robin.
be adorable. Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. Give me about 10 minutes on that one,
I mean,
depending on
the-
the size stones you use.
But the object of the game is don't prepare. We don't script anything.
Clearly.
Not one show is ever script. And it's funny because people will walk in and says, okay, what's the script? I says, okay, look at your hand. There it is. It says, I don't got anything in my hands. And that's what we do. We sort of feed off of who you are, what you do, and how you do it. And you can't go wrong with that formula because it's you.
You just be you.
Yeah.
This vodka is, people are texting Summer, they say they wish you the best of luck because what
Thank
you're
you.
doing is not easy business.
It's not.
And to go from accounting to creating a distillery,
Yeah.
this is not like a family business where you stepped in and said, let me take this over.
No, this was from scratch. I took a 2,400 square foot facility that was a car repair shop and turned it into a distillery, and yeah, it went from there. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of what I've created and what I've come up with, and I hope it continues. I hope I can keep going.
Well,
You know what, that is the best thing I've heard all day, is that she's proud of herself.
that's right. You know how many people in here don't say that?
I never said that before. Like, there's times that it's really, really tough, and I'm like, oh, can I continue doing this? But I look back and I'm like, but look what I've already done. And that's what I have to be proud of, is I took that step, I took that leap of faith, and I'm here now. I don't know if I will be in the future, but I'm hoping so, and I'm really proud of being here right now.
People want to know how they
Spectacular.
can buy your products. Where is it located?
You can buy any of my products in Total Wine. I think Ocean Wine and Spirits. We are at restaurants and bars and a couple of hotels throughout the area, but we did just expand statewide. So hopefully you can find it in any Total Wine throughout the state.
Where's Monty again? That's Oceans.
Oceans. We know Oceans. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we should be in a Ocean Wine and Spirits couple locations, I believe.
And you do all your sales as well?
I don't know. In the state of Florida, it's a 3-tier state, so you have to sell through a distributor. So I do have a distributor, Florida Craft Distribution. They do my distributing to the different locations. They've been wonderful. They're a local group, and they're the ones that have, got me into the locations. My very first location as a distiller, as a product, was Total Wine and Spirits. So
Which product does the best?
I'm going to say it's going to be Capistara, the vanilla caramel vodka. Gin is very, very close following, though.
Do you find that more women drink your product than men?
Not necessarily, but I think that it's. I think that when women find out that it's a female-owned and operated distillery, they want to try it. And the Capistara, I thought it was more female-friendly. That's why I made it. I created it for my girls, because we're females. However, I have just as many men drinking the Capistara, the vanilla caramel vodka, as I do women. So it's, women do appreciate and love it, but men drink it just as much.
And men drink it, women drink it for the taste also, but they're going to say, wow, a woman-owned distillery, a woman-owned business.
Yes.
Changing career paths, which is spectacular to do that. How Lost Harbor? How'd you come up with that name?
So Lost Harbor so when I moved to Florida, I fell in love with the stories of how Florida began, of the Spanish fleets that came in, the communities that they created, the treasures that were lost behind, kind of some of those, hidden treasure stories. And I wanted to come up with a name that kind of told that story or made you think that there's still something waiting to be found, a treasure waiting to be found. And that's the basis behind the name Lost Harbor.
Where'd you move from?
Idaho.
Big change
Where they
from
have
Idaho.
plenty of-
Where they have potatoes, and then
Yes.
you made the vodka out of
They
corn.
got plenty of corn.
Got good
No,
corn.
Idaho potatoes.
I know, but they got corn now.
Do they?
There's corn. There's a lot of corn everywhere, but yeah.
Corn is like
It's
a
a
natural.
big change.
It is a big change. Yeah.
Did you come here to open the distillery, or you were already here?
No, I was already here when I decided to open the distillery.
And the first women-owned distillery in Florida.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Teddy, what do you think? The Bear podcast, I think, would be all over this.
Oh, I think so too. I think we should be tasting number 2 on there.
I'm thinking so many things we can do because actually Teddy Unscripted has taken a rebranding to the Bear podcast to do some different things to bring
the
into
teddy bear turns polar bear.
She turned into more like,
Bigger.
stronger,
She got
bigger,
yeah.
empowering.
I saw that. I was looking for the bear, and whoop! It popped out. I see a bear. I go, oh.
It's more empowering. It's a whole different twist to it. A little stronger, not twist. It's just a stronger.
If you're gonna go, you got to go big or go home, right?
You got to take that leap of faith. Absolutely.
And it's interesting. It's interesting because there are companies like Wayne Henry is manager at Dignity Memorial, and they want to get more community base. And he's talking to me, so they want to do something where they're going to put a seminar together where there's an artist doing an art piece or maybe a bling piece, and then you use the gin. So some kind of sample is sent out to the people watching, and you do a gin and tonic.
Mm-hmm.
If it's the vodka, you do a drink, and you learn how to do the painting with the pour. So it's an interesting idea. He sat here. Oh, you
Where's
were
our
here
bottle
Friday.
of the other one? Robin can actually bling your bottles.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Actually, let Robin she can bling one of these bottles if she wants. Bling your bottles. How do you like that?
Bling your
Well,
bottle.
I
For the
have
holiday
made, my
season.
most expensive bottle that I made was covered with 100%. It was the Grey Goose vodka for somebody in Thailand, and that was a lot of money. And when you cover the whole bottle with Swarovski crystals, it's great for like advertising if you have a commercial or something like that. All right, just a little bling. I'll teach you how.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Bling your bottles. That could be a whole
Bling your
nother
bottle.
segment.
We could
right?
do a show around
One
that.
little rhinestone will do you. You don't need
And,
a lot.
and I have someone else to introduce you guys all to. We had yesterday, Carla Hagen. She calls herself a calligrapher, but she engraves for Tiffany, she engraves for Cartier, she engraves bottles. And anything, metal, wood, spectacular. She works for the big perfume cosmetic company. She does perfume bottles and compacts and bottles, and it lends itself
showed
to
them the bottle.
what a
The
great
burden.
gift, right? And the nicest woman, right? So kind. I was texting her last night. I said she is the sweetest soul.
Similar story. She changed her life and decided to take a plunge into this thing, and she's been flown all over the world. And they sit her in these stores. Tiffany sat her in there, and she's there all day.
She went to Naples to engrave for Cartier last weekend.
Yeah, engraving all sorts of bottles and things on there as gifts for people. And you got to think about that because you say, I was sitting home being an accountant and minding my own business, and all of a sudden, you can show up on a magazine saying Woman of the Year. Now, I know somebody in the radio business, which shall remain nameless, that was put in America's Top 100 Women. And her father opened up this radio station. She runs it now, and they have over 69 radio stations throughout America. And she is a go-getter, and she appointed everything in her successful life to her shoes. You know the story. And her shoes were her trademark, just like your vodka is. And she did that whole segment about walking my shoes, and she's not the number one executives in America. And she doesn't do interviews anymore. She stopped doing that as well, but she does teaching for female people women coming up in the business. And you got to tip your hat. You really do. When you meet women that do the things that they do, there's nothing too small or too big, but they put it out there and they're proud of what they're doing. See, Dawn, I asked her to join me. It took 4 years for her to join this whole production piece, and it was never called the Brooklyn Café. That came out of something else. And she kept telling me she had nothing to say. You do have something to say. Just say it.
Oh, I got a lot to say.
Oh, I know you do. And watch what happens. And goodness will only come when you try saying it.
You know what's so amazing before we go to commercial break is the amount of empowered women that we get to serve. And I thank you because you're not a woman, but yet you let me bring in all of these incredible empowered women across demographics and age groups, from Taylor, who's 20, as an empowered woman doing what she does, and through Teddy and our Bear podcast and how that's grown, to our kids shows, to vodka companies, to distilleries, and Bling, and Fuego, and so many incredible people across the world now, because now we are also in England. We have our studios in Manchester, and our fairy godmother of menopause. I mean, and the incredible things that you sit here on this set with and work with me as we bring these forward. All of these women that, you know what, without the platforms that we create, they always have something to say, but they may not be able to be distributed.
But you got to understand something. As a guy, you know, I went to Shea
You're a really
Stadium.
good sport about it.
I went to Shea Stadium. You go to the bathroom, and guys talk a lot of yang. I hated it. I hate what they do in the bathroom. It's just ridiculous. I'm sure women do it too. But this is new to me. Women coming forward and taking a shot, no matter how tall.
How proud would
big.
your mom be right now?
My mother would. She would say to me, you know, you should have been a woman. My sister says it now. But you got to understand, I look at the other side of the court. I'm listening to what you guys are bringing. This is a whole new world for every guy on the planet. If you take 5 seconds and listen, you may actually learn something. You may actually learn something. I always told you we should have a female president because, you know, guys have messed it up for so many years. Give a woman a shot, man. Hey, what can happen? We messed it. We're polluted. We're killing each other off. I mean, what worse can happen? What worse can happen? So for me, it's learning it the other way. I learned from listening to your stories, and I think it's outstanding.
These are beautiful. So these are, you can't see them, but my completed Shrinky Dink earrings.
Okay, stop saying that. I remember that.
I have to tell you, I'm being 100% honest. I love the Capistara, but I love the plain.
So you love vodka?
I like the Capistara, but I like the...
I like a this and I
I like
this.
the sweet, but I think
Why'd you say you like it?
I like the plain better for me.
Why?
It's just me. But I got to tell you, the Capistara goes great.
I want the one shot of this and another shot of that.
As
and
a
another
drink,
shot
as
of
like
this.
an after dinner drink. You could sip it a
That's
little
the
bit.
Capistara.
Exactly.
I like it with
coffee
coffee.
beautifully. Exactly.
But this stuff doesn't have any aftertaste.
Oh,
which I,
Teddy would probably taste really good in hot chocolate.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We should probably try. Oh, your mochaccino. What did you put it in?
It was
your
delicious.
mochaccino?
It was great. Yes, it was in the mochaccino.
Now,
That's
do
what
you
I'm
have
thinking.
this every morning?
Do I drink this every morning?
Yeah.
No. I don't drink it every morning. I mean, I should, but I don't.
You know, I'm thinking if it would reduce my sugar. I used to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I had the new dawn the dawn phenomenon where your sugar spikes up at 3 in the morning. They still haven't figured out why. So I used to take a shot of something, like tequila or vodka or something. And I probably, if I do this and I stretch it out, maybe I can.
Oh, and another bling wand on the set. You just never know. It's
And
going to
like I
walk
tell
through
you,
our doors.
I like the door. All right, let's take a commercial break.
Let's go to commercial break. Next, we're going to try the gin.
Sure.
Do we clear a palate with anything?
What's that?
Do you have to clear your palate?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No,
The water's
simple
fine.
water, and we're gonna try the gin next. More of Veronica Green. We've got Summer Peep with us from Lost Harbor and Palm Beach Distillery. We've got Robin Wise blinging everything. Cherie, you're here at the perfect time. And Cherie Bender, one of the artists in our cafe studio. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Robin Weiss, and I'm a rhinestone artist and rhinestone art instructor. 12 years ago, when I retired from my nail business, I decided to become a rhinestone artist. But then I soon realized there was nowhere that I could go to find the adequate combination of tools or even instructions of how to go about enjoying this craft. My passion for this beautiful medium we know as rhinestones and what I knew they could create drove me to figure out a way to create this magical craft that I now teach. I have developed the perfect rhinestone crafting starter kit, which contains the perfect rhinestone crafting pickup stick. I created this kit to help others and to show you that rhinestone crafting is a craft whose time has come. Filled with fun, rhythmic, and therapeutic, the amount of items that you can cover is endless. Not to mention the places this craft will take you and the people you will meet if you should decide you want to get to artist level. You can watch my creations and watch me work on the Brooklyn Café TV show every Thursday, where I'll be blinging for Dawn, and sometimes Freddie. While we enjoy each other's company, I'll be bringing you the most beautiful and fun creations to inspire you to try this craft. You can also find me on Real Housewives of Bling at Instagram and also my Facebook group. That is where I'll show you all of my crystal creations while you follow me on my rhinestone journey.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And now you're singing.
And now I'm singing. That's what happens when you drink, you sing a little bit.
I forgot to tell you the piano tuner's coming at 3 o'clock.
Thank God, because I need it.
You play the piano? Veronica, you play? Do you sing? Do you sing?
Sing? Not professionally. I sing kids songs all the time.
Oh, we could do a kids recording. We have a recording studio now in our second studio.
Do you?
With Stars International recording label. Oh. And we're putting a jingle, what's it called? Jingle Jam?
Cafe Jingle Jam.
Cafe Jingle Jam next
Wednesday,
week.
Thursday, Friday.
We want to put a holiday, they're not CDs anymore, but I guess a distribution together.
Some of
But
you
it'd be kind
sing,
of cool
don't
if we
you
did a
sing?
kids
We could
recording.
do some kids songs.
I was
That'd
told
be
you
fun.
sing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're shy,
my
but you
love.
sing.
Happy Hanukkah.
I don't even sing in the shower.
Happy and healthy.
It's funny because that's what everybody tells me. So I want to set up
I
a
don't
shower.
sing in the shower. I sing in my car, like car singing karaoke bad. Me and Slick.
Okay.
Slick, it looks good. It's amazing.
Slick,
Wait,
I'm going to
it's
set
little
up a
straight.
shower with a microphone in it instead of the shower head.
That'd be funny. But it'd be kind of great. We can bring Veronica in to do some kids songs for the Jingle
We should
Jam
do a kids song deal.
for the holidays. That would be great. We
I
have a
don't
DJ
sing professionally. I'm putting that out into the world now. Don't expect Mariah Carey sing along or anything like that.
Actually, the first recording we did, she's 21, so to me, she's still a kid. Margot is an incredible violinist.
Oh, nice.
And she did Slick. We can even play that on the next spot. Amazing. And she did our first recording here, and then she brought in one of her friends, and she did a singing piece.
Wow.
So
That's
little by
awesome.
little, it keeps growing.
We're trying to put together a Christmas CD, 6 to 8 songs, because that's the way I want to introduce Star International to the public. And then we're going to go vinyl. So there's a gentleman's coming next week that presses vinyl still with music. You remember vinyl, right?
Oh, yeah.
You remember vinyl. So I'm going to bring vinyl back.
Vinyl is coming back. Vinyl's made a big comeback.
That's right. And everybody that has a vinyl record, if you threw them away, you're going to hate yourself. You're going to hate.
I've got hundreds in my daughter's closet.
Don't throw them away.
Hundreds?
Don't
My
throw 'em
parents were going to
away.
throw them away, and Chelsea decorates them, so.
Yeah, I noticed. But if you can't play them, decorating them ain't a great idea either.
I know. And Cherie Bender is with us. And Cherie, there's a mic right next to you. You say you're a gin girl? I've never had gin, Summer.
Cherie, grab the
You've
microphone.
never had gin?
I've never had gin, only
you
vodka.
Okay.
So
Make
tell
sure
me
the
about
light is on.
botanicals that go into gin. Robin, do you drink?
Very, very once in a while, but I just had some of that gin, and I have to tell you, I was a gin girl.
Talk
in
it
my
to
early
your
20s.
microphone, Robin.
In my early 20s, I was a gin girl. That gin is so delicious. I'm very
Thank you.
pleasantly surprised.
Thank you.
What about, it smells like flowers. Tastes like
It does.
flowers.
It's made from
Yeah.
flowers.
So I've got 9 botanicals in there from
What's a botanical?
botanicals, different like herbs or different.
Herbs.
Cool.
So you've got
Really?
like licorice root and coriander.
Licorice. Licorice.
We've got orange pill and so there's 9 different botanicals in
What's
this one.
in, okay, so do you know the 9?
Off the top of my head, usually I do, but when I get put on the spot, then I
Licorice
forget
root,
everything.
coriander,
licorice
orange
root, coriander,
peel.
orange pill, orris root.
I just had I don't mean to put you on the spot. I just
That's
had no idea that much goes into
How
it.
the
Yeah.
hell did you pick those?
It's a process. There's typical things, obviously juniper that goes into
That's what
gin.
I taste is the juniper.
Juniper.
Juniper is more the mid note. That's usually your forward note in most gins, which is why a lot of people don't like gin. If you're not a
I love
gin
gin.
fan or a big gin drinker, it's the juniper. It tastes like Christmas trees. It tastes like pine needles.
Christmas trees.
Yeah. So I think that's the main reason that I didn't like gin before is because it was too juniper heavy, and I just felt like it was really dry, and I was eating pine needles. So
Crunch.
when I started this one, gin is becoming more and more popular in America and amongst females as well. So again, I wanted to appeal to the females. I wanted something that I enjoyed myself. So I needed to do something with gin that I was going to enjoy. So this one, I played with the botanicals and picked many, many different botanicals and changed it up as many times as I could to come up with a formula that I actually enjoyed. It's a lot of small batches, a lot of taste testing. So, you get drunk really fast trying to figure
hold
this
on.
out.
I gotta visualize this. So you're in there and you're testing all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
Did you let it ferment?
Well,
Or you
there's
just drink
certain botanicals are not, I don't let those ferment, but
So you just drink it right after you put it together?
yeah, you've got to distill it and then you have to blend it and proof it and bring it down to a proof that's drinkable.
That just blows my mind. Can you imagine? I just wanna be a taste tester.
You and my
At the end
mother.
of the, yeah, your mom. Her mother has purple hair, and they call her Grandma Vodka because she comes out with all these different formulas.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, this is amazing. And
Can you
get to-
imagine Lucille Ball and Ethel? You know how they did the whole chocolate tasting thing? Put us on the conveyor line of taste testing.
But you get to
I'll do
try
it.
all these different.
That's what happens when I keep testing all these
I
things.
I have a good recipe in my cookbook for a gin drink that was popular, and actually it was written about Sarah and Gerald Murphy, who lived in the 20s, because gin was huge in the 20s. So this drink was his specialty, and he mixed it up like a nectar from the gods, and people just loved it. I really like gin.
What do you
It's
put in
very
your
smooth.
cocktail? Gin and what else?
I think it has grapefruit juice in it too.
That's my Uncle Diesel's favorite drink. May he rest in peace.
Gin and grapefruit?
In Puerto Rico, was the line. That's what everybody drank. Gin and grapefruit.
It has to be ice cold, and it has to be stirred and specially done so that it's very, very cold and velvety. But gin is a really great drink, reminiscent
It's funny you
of
say
that time.
Because he told me it was the drink of the gods from yesteryear. I didn't know it went all the way back to 1920, but all my uncles drank gin and grapefruit juice. And I couldn't stand, I didn't like grapefruit, was the problem. The gin I like, but the grapefruit.
I think back in Prohibition, I think gin was, you think of all the flappers and everyone that was in the speakeasies.
Yes.
Cigarettes, very sexy. I remember, been there.
You were there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're going to wave our magic wand over gin. Shh.
Well, it was a sophisticated type of deal. It's a lot like bourbon now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is bourbon still hard to find? I heard the price of bourbon went through the roof because
It really did. It is hard to find. There's certain brands like Buffalo Trace that it's like almost impossible to find on the shelf. When it comes in, they get 1 or 2 bottles at a liquor store and
Wow.
they're gone. So it is hard to find. I think it's just because the process, it has to take so long to age, and having those new batches come out, and some of those warehouses burnt down too, which doesn't help anything. They lose a lot of product, and so yeah, the price goes through
They
the roof.
burnt down?
A couple of them did. Out
What do
in
you
Kentucky,
distill in? Is it a barrel like some of these other things, or is it?
No, you've got like column stills and copper stills and stuff like that you use, like big.
the copper
stills.
stills give a different flavor from the
They
other
do.
stills, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
It'd be fun to go take a tour. We'll have to come. You have tours, you said, open to scheduling.
Yeah, by appointment only is how I do it, just because I don't have the staff. It's myself basically that I don't have the staff to be open Monday through Friday, all day long.
Do you make everything yourself?
I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the bottling and everything you do?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You see,
You
think you're
should be
busy.
proud of yourself.
What are you doing here? I'm surprised. Is today your day off?
I'm working. This
She's
is
working.
work.
She's marketing is what she's doing.
It's amazing. It's amazing because you have this in your backyard.
Wow.
And people should go out and schedule. I mean, it could be here from here to 6 months. Schedule to see how it's done. I mean, that's an amazing,
It
amazing
is
product.
beautiful. So 70 proof. Is the regular vodka 70 proof as well? Is that a
Everything else
standard?
is 80. 70 is usually typical for a flavored vodka.
Wow.
Now I gotta ask: when you go to like dinner parties or you go to places and everybody knows who you are, do they all whisper in the vodka ladies in the house, and they come over and they say, "Hey, I heard you're the vodka lady." Do you feel that whole thing change around you?
I mean, not yet.
Oh, we're
I
gonna
don't
change that.
feel like people know me yet. I'm still getting out there. I'm still very new. It's kind of surprising to me and shocking when somebody does recognize me, or they're like, "Hey, you're the vodka girl," or "Will you sign my bottle?" I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" It's still very, very new and very weird to me because I never saw myself as that. I'm still just me, and I still just show up to a party or whatever, and that's it. I don't expect to be known.
This is absolutely amazing.
And you're gonna be known. I went to the Amazon hub. I just joined Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I know they laugh. Everybody here laughs. I just joined Prime, and I went to pick up something, and it's right here in Whole Foods on Glades Avenue. And I go in there, and I couldn't find the stupid thing. I walked around the store for 45 minutes, and I met this lady by the name of Jennifer, and she runs the hub, the Prime hub for Amazon. And she says to me, "Oh my God, you're that guy I see all over Facebook." And she starts taking pictures, and it was kind of cute there until people started coming over. Who the hell is this idiot?
It's the hat.
It's that. That's true, because before that, nobody knew.
Nobody knows.
So
me.
that's all part of the business, because you are your ambassador to your product.
These are great bottles. I know it's going to sound strange, but they feel good.
No, that's why I picked it, because I think it's a versatile bottle. I think, a lot of vodka bottles are like tall and skinny, and rum bottles are short and fat, and I wanted something in between that could be the anything kind of bottle.
It is. It's
just
not
kind
too
of-
skinny, and
yeah.
I don't say this jokingly. It's not like this heavy pour. And Teddy knows because we have a bar in the back. Actually, it's a great bottle. It's an easy bottle to pour. As a woman, your hand fits around it okay. As a guy, easy. And it's a nice bottle.
The guy only cares about the top of it that pours.
It's a nice pour bottle. I always think to my mom, she talks about the glass. She goes, if the glass feels right, it's a good drink. It makes it so much better. If the bottle feels right.
And your mother knows she's held a lot of glasses.
Exactly. So, Mom, the things your mother teaches you that you never knew would be important in life. And here's another.
And we have a
another
producer
thing, Mom.
by the name of Mia, because we do Casa Mia on Fridays, and I would feel so sorry for this bottle, because Mia has a very heavy.
Mia has
pour.
an 8-finger pour.
8 fingers. So this thing will be about this big, and she goes shh, and this will be history.
That'll be history in about 30 minutes.
But this is really cool. I like it. It's really cool.
And people can get this at, you
Total
said
Wine.
Ocean's Liquor and Total Wine.
Yeah, Ocean Liquor,
And
Total
this
Wine.
is your design too, right? Everything on here.
Yeah, it is.
You know what would be an interesting, it's been done by Vodka, is to choose well-known artists to do a painted bottle and come out with a special edition for the holidays and for special occasions. I would love to do. I've always wanted to do that. I just know exactly what I'm going to do for a gin bottle.
Who I wanted to introduce Robin to. You were the person looking for the rhinestones.
Yes, we
And
met.
there she is.
We've
Robin,
already.
just like that. I waved my wand and there she
She's
is.
doing my wand already.
Yes.
She's already doing
I
my
don't think we've
wand.
met before.
I'm going to be Robinized.
We're going to talk to each other. And it's funny because we talked
I
talked
won't.
about engraving a bottle.
I'm
like we did
Robinized
together.
already.
Robinized.
You're Robinized. That's like Robinized. Thank you. Except with a robin.
She's a sweetheart. And I really love that bunny, so I got dibs on the bunny.
Yeah, I had to put a. I
You
had
better
to
hurry,
Put,
someone else likes it too.
yes, I had to put a cinder
Oh.
block on it because it almost
I'm
left
gonna
the
save it for
studio.
you.
People actually think you're giving away things here. No, you can't take the painting home. You got to buy it.
What are you talking about, that bottle?
I'm just holding it. It's like a. It's like a. puppy blanket.
He's
It's
holding
nice
it.
though, right? It just feels, it's a nice
You
weighted
put that in my
bottle.
head. Thank you very much. I can't put it down. What's the matter with you?
It's a nice weighted
Don't do
bottle.
that to me.
I know.
It's a nice weighted bottle.
Yes.
Okay.
And the bottle fits with the label. There's the whole packaging of it.
Yep, you're doing
It
a nice
just
job.
works.
Thank you. I actually, in January, the label will change, but it's still going to have the same feel. I think it's just more vibrant and stands out more. It's more, Florida. It's more Palm Beachy. It's more, we're a local brand.
Tropical.
We're, tropical, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah, because
So-
this makes me think you're from the Northeast.
It could be, I get that a lot, that it looks like Cape Cod, but like I told the story of how Lost Harbor, the name came, I wanted that feel of old Florida, but I also wanted it to represent any coast, not just Florida. It could be Cape Cod, it could be the Northeast, it could be, California, it could be any coast that's represented there, because I don't want it to just be, oh, this is only Florida's brand.
Here's a girl
know.
from Idaho representing Florida. Right? Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But did you try any of it, Veronica?
I didn't. No, I
Don't
guess
worry,
I
it's not
could.
gonna bite you. You can try
Okay,
it.
so I don't know why I feel embarrassed to say this. I really don't drink.
That's okay.
And it's not, it's like such a weird thing, like, to say, because everybody does, but I've never,
No, we
I've
don't
never
want you to
drunk it. I have
drink.
never
You
had
could just taste.
gin. ever.
I have never had it either.
I don't
So
know
now
if
you
I
can
think
say
you've
you
got the
tasted
vodka.
it.
Oh, this is
honestly.
vodka?
Yeah, I think
I've never
you've
had
got the
vodka either. The only thing I have ever consumed alcohol is a few sips of wine, which I never liked. I've heard it's an acquired taste, and I'm just like, okay, when will it be acquired? I don't like it. and like some beer, and that's it. I've never
Well,
had
beer is
vodka. I've
definitely
never
an
had
acquired
gin.
taste.
Okay, on camera, Veggie
Oh,
Bear is
God.
going to
Down
take
the
her
hatch.
first.
You should probably give her the easy one. You should
Okay,
probably
yeah,
give her
give me the easy one. Let's
vanilla
Let's give her the
caramel.
Capistara.
Yep.
Yeah, let's give it this one because I don't want you to faint.
I
You may not
will.
like it at all.
Not that it's any easier. It's just
The
it
first time
has
you
a
gave
good
Val that
flavor.
other liquid,
She
that
got
garlic.
sick.
Do we have
She
an
got sick, but it
Uber?
cleared up her asthma.
We need
Exactly.
She got sick on me.
First
You
night of
need
Hanukkah is all I can
gin?
say.
for her.
Robin, what are you working on back there?
Well, I got involved with a guest, beautiful serpent,
Her wand.
beautiful wand, and I'm adding some bling to one of the wonderful guest wands. And I'm working on something special for you don't know about. I finished my friend's daughter's wedding card while we were on break, and I also covered the dreidel, and I'm very busy over here.
How many hours a day do you bling?
Well, I have a couple orders over here that I brought on my bling journey. If we have time, I'll be happy to show you these incredible shoes and thermos I'm working on. So I would have to say about 25 hours a week.
Wow.
And again, that's not a lot of time if you think about it. And people can actually buy your kit and get into the blinging of this stuff and open up their own business, which is kind of cool. And it's funny because if you just watch our show, there's enough people that you can contact that you could bling everything.
And I do give Zoom lessons, and if I ship the kit out, you can book a Zoom lesson with me and get blinging immediately.
I told you, I've bought probably 90% of my holiday gifts from our sponsors and our vendors here at the cafe, from the artists to some bling pieces to menorahs. So many things that you too can shop right here at the cafe and reach out to the artists. Even ornaments from Jay Harmon. I mean, just some little trinkets. I'm sending one with Aaron. He's going to his girlfriend's house for Christmas, and they had a little dog ornament, looks just like their dog. So just these little things and stocking stuffers that are really great that you can just get through our vendors here.
And now that you brought that up, I want to also put out there, we have gift bags, free gift bags, the ones from Tina and Ken, and also the bracelets from the young lady in North Carolina. We do have gift bags, and we have to unload them. And I'm glad that you're here today because I want to talk to you and
Good
with
idea.
you and anybody out there that wants something to put on the retreat
for kids.
For kids, these are DVDs.
DVDs and books for children.
And books.
They're going to be going where?
Wherever you want them to go.
They're free. And we did this to give something back because we know it has been really, really hard for people who can't get something for their kids for the holidays. And we're putting it out there. We must have, I don't know, 1,000 bags.
I've got a bag full in the back.
Is it donations from other people?
They were given to us to put out there. It's from Hugs and Smiles, from Kenny Love. They gave
I
it
think
to
they were
us.
donations that they've wrapped up to pay it forward.
Okay.
To go to whether it be a hospital, a facility, foster care, children in need.
I will definitely take some if you're giving them out because
yes.
I'll bring them to the garden. And
Yes.
we have so
Great.
many families that come and absolutely,
And they
especially
have
the
more.
local
You can take-
underserved community in that area.
Take
I'm
as
going to
many
give them
as
all
you
to you
want, yeah.
actually. Because
All?
I'm going to give them all because
they're
they
giving
have
us
more.
more. They're
Okay,
giving more.
okay.
And the reason they're doing this is because it's tough time of the year, and
Yep.
a lot of kids aren't going to get anything because of the virus and everything else that's going on right now. And we want to give it back to the community, and there's no strings attached. We're not asking for anything in return. I put a call into Tenet Hospital to see if we could do that. They're a little busy right now with what's going on in our community, so they didn't even return a phone call yet. But if you want them, let us know, and we'll take them to you, or you can pick them up, whatever you want to do.
All right, she's going to do her version.
So
drink.
I have to say, I've like taken these little baby pathetic sips.
Is that the vodka or the gin?
It's the caramel.
Okay, the Capistara.
It's very tasty actually, and it's so fragrant. I can't down this whole thing, as
No,
ridiculous
please
as
don't.
that sounds, because I'm like, I feel like this warmth coming over me. This is from someone who doesn't drink. This is like, but it's tasty though. It is tasty. It's delicious.
It
and
is
super fragrant. I
I'm
love
telling you, when I
those
drank that, you just feel this warm feeling all over you. More than the regular. The regular vodka is delicious, but that gives you this whole.
It
warm,
reminds me of like a like something that would be added to a drink to give it like that caramel flavor. It reminds me. It's almost like a caramel syrup or something. But
Teddy,
then
caramel
the
macchiato. Yeah. Ooh. Teddy used to be a barista before. When she came to work with us, she thought we were a coffee shop, so she applied for the job.
Oh, that's so funny.
And she stayed.
I love
She
it.
says,
True story, right?
Where do you make the coffee? What coffee?
But a caramel macchiato, we could use a Capistara.
But that's a whole lot of vocabulary.
I know, too many words for
It's
you.
funny, when I tasted it, it reminded me
She's
of
thinking.
It reminded me of New York City, Central Park, when I had my first pretzel. How weird is that? And I don't know if it was hot chocolate, I don't know, but it has a throwback for me.
Okay.
And it took me right to Central Park, where I had my first pretzel with mustard. And I
Not
don't like
mayonnaise,
mustard.
thank God.
No mustard. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, what the hell is wrong with my brain?
I have to ask you though, and we're going to take a commercial break and come back and talk to Sri. We brought in latkes and rugelach from Palm Beach Bagel, and Jill and Howie had them delivered, which was really, really nice. You had never had a latke before.
Never.
What'd you think?
Well, I put a little bit of that
Sour cream?
sour cream and a little apple
Sauce
on the side. I ate 4. What can
We
I
cut
tell
them
you?
in half, though, so not really 4.
That too.
They make absolutely delicious food and delicious latkes. You talk about social media, things I didn't even think about. I saw Jill put it out on Palm Beach Bagel and that they would deliver. And sure enough, they came and they delivered everything for us
Sunny
this
didn't have any.
morning.
She said she couldn't eat before she goes on the air.
And they actually threw in a container of chocolate chip cookies in appreciation for the order, which was really
And what's
nice.
those other little thingamajigs?
Those are rugelach. And that's made with cream cheese, so that's right up your alley. There's chocolate and raspberry.
Cream of cheese.
It's dough, cream cheese, chocolate, sugar all rolled
so
up.
you have this like all day?
No. But for Hanukkah, because it commemorates the oil and the light and the holiday of oil and the flame.
There's a
because-
lot of oil in them. bad
And
boys.
everything you eat for Hanukkah is supposed to have oil.
Trust you me, mission accomplished.
And there you have it. So tonight we light
you
the
like
candles.
latkes?
I don't know if I've ever had one. Are they vegan?
They're potato.
Potato,
a
and
will
what?
have a mother.
Potato and what?
Potato, oil, flour. There's no meat.
No eggs, no milk.
No eggs, no milk. As far as I know. I don't know how they made it, so.
Yeah, I would try one.
I went to a Jewish deli one time, and I had roast beef or pastrami.
Pastrami and mayo.
I had pastrami, and I went and asked the waiter for mayonnaise. And the guy said, "Excuse me?" He thought I was kidding. And I said, "I like mayo in my pastrami." So we don't do that.
See, but if you had asked for Russian dressing, they wouldn't have thought twice. But
It's the
because
same difference.
Exactly, it's all in the delivery. Russian dressing
serious?
hold the ketchup.
So you know what he did? He says, "If you go outside, I'll bring you some." I gotta go outside?
See, it's not, but that's not dairy. That goes back to that parve thing Steve was talking about today.
Yes, he gave me a whole thing. He has a set of plates for meats. He has a whole set of plates for
Oh,
cheese.
does that's how I grew up.
He has a whole set. I told him, Steve, I use paper plates.
In
What's
my
the big
house, we
deal?"
had the meat, the dairy, and then my mother's paper plates for the things that wasn't supposed to be in the house for the meat
Can't
and
you
dairy.
just use paper plates?
Or
for
we'd eat
everything?
outside. You know the table and the umbrella you're setting up? That's what we would eat outside before my father would come home.
That's why I'm gonna put a table outside.
Pretty much is true. So how you feeling? Good?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling good.
Are you warm?
I haven't drinking enough of it to probably feel effects, but it's very tasty.
You know, the more you drink it, the better it tastes. By the way,
Okay, I'll keep that in
Right?
mind.
Summer, you've got the perfect
and that's
name for
coming
having
from
a
a
distillery.
professional over there. I'm just a professional
She has the
drinker.
perfect
You're a
name for having
professional
a
drinker.
distillery, right? Summer Peep?
Summer Peep, I'm gonna tell you, that is an outstanding name. You got the whole thing working. I don't know why you waited so long.
I don't either, but I'm glad I'm
She's
here now.
thinking.
So
I like the name of it too. I like
in the
Lost
bottle?
Harbor and that
Thank you.
story
Thank
of
you.
like
Oh, sure.
the old hidden gems
Our
in
barista's
Florida.
making a special coffee drink. Summer,
hot
you can
chocolate.
find Lost Harbor and you can find the Palm Beach Distillery. How do people find more information?
yeah, absolutely. Our website is lostharborspirits.com. All of our social media is Lost Harbor Spirits. You can find us, any information on there. You can always reach out to me at the distillery, Palm Beach Distillery or Lost Harbor Spirits. And like I said, we do tours and tastings by appointment only. You can find our products in Total Wine, Ocean Wine and Spirits, places like that. We're slowly getting into bars, restaurants, hotels in the area throughout Florida. So
I was gonna say hotels. I was gonna say I feel like you do good in hotels and also in kind of touristy shops.
Definitely.
Because it has such a Florida feel.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to, like I said, with the new label, we're trying to push out that Florida vibe. Like we are local, we're here, kind of thing. So
Yes.
Magical
There's
Fairy
a
over there.
restaurant that's built in an old 1920s home right off Palmetto Park Road. It's called Lux Seafood House.
And I think that would be so amazing to have your liquor, which is reminiscent of the 20s, there. So
Good
you
idea.
could.
That would be
You
cool.
need to
That would
be
be
the
really cool.
ambassador and take it.
all right.
I got enough of my hands were full with ambassador for Cherie Benner. It's a lot of hard work being an artist, especially the PR part, which I don't like. I like
We're
the
going to come
creative
back. We're
part.
going to talk about all your artwork and go to the
No, but
artistic style.
This
Summer,
is right up my alley.
Thank you so much for joining us. So check
Absolutely.
it out, Lost Harbor and Palm Beach Distillery. More to come with that. And Veronica, how do people find you and what's next in your book series? And I mean, it's holidays. It's the perfect time to promote your book.
Yeah, I know. I feel like such a bad businesswoman saying that I was taking a hiatus from social media right now during the holidays. But I'm back, and I am launching a whole workshop series with mindfulness things for children. We're going to be doing some kids yoga. I'm going to be doing story times and craft stuff with the kids, and plant-based nutrition workshops for the kids. So a whole series of workshops that's going to be hosted in just pop-up places, different parks. Some of them might be hosted at the garden as well. For anyone watching that doesn't know, I work at the Delray Beach Children's Garden part-time there, and I also write children's books. So my books are a series of children's books about a little vegan superhero who rescues the animals and teaches kids about compassion and plant-based options. And you can find them all at veggievero.com. And
you know who I need to introduce you to? Dr. Anya. Because she does pediatrics as well, Total Holistic Center. She's a doctor.
She does pediatrics?
She does everything. She's a family practice physician, but her whole practice is based on holistic medicine.
That's amazing. Yeah.
You know, she does not prescribe medication. If you in fact need it, she says to get that from your other physicians. But she does a whole family practice, total holistic approach with food and mindset, and she works with children and adults.
Love that.
Her show airs tonight at 7 o'clock, so I will make that connection.
Oh yeah,
as
absolutely.
well.
It's so important for kids to understand that, you know, plants can heal. Everything that grows from the earth.
Well, so does this gin. So when you're teaching plant-based food to the kids, I think the moms might need some plant-based botanical gin.
May I say that this is really good, and I love the name. I do. I think the name is really very, very good.
But Veggie Vero, you offer so much to the kids. And to buy your book series, to buy a book for Christmas, for Hanukkah, would be great.
Veggievero.com. So the word veggie and then VERO, first 4 letters of my name, Veronica, veggievero.com. And I also have a small yoga book for kids, which is kind of a rhyming flow that takes them through just a very easy beginner's flow for children. And I also have a little book about recycling and how to reduce our eco footprint. And they're all kid-friendly illustrated books. And they're all there on veggievero.com. And I'm offering free shipping for the month as well.
She makes some
She's
ornaments.
like fine. She offers free shipping.
Huh? What'd you say?
Make some ornaments.
Ornaments? I'll have to link up with Miss Rhinestone over here.
Yes,
ornaments.
Ornaments would be great.
Yes, I think it'd be great for kids. Love that shiny stuff. Steve Glover from Glover Rums wishes you the best of luck summer.
Oh, thank you.
He's
Thank
very
you.
impressed, and he says congratulations.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
That's the way Steve is. He believes in, you know, he's wicked smooth and he does his thing. And I thank Steve every show because Steve has been with us since the very beginning of this whole turnout, and he has never left our side. So again, he wishes you the best as well, and he sees a great future for what you want to do. And he asks, what's your next project of drink? Where do you want to go that you haven't done yet? Have you thought about that yet?
I have. You know, besides my dark rum coming out soon, I ultimately want to make a bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yeah. I that's time, that's investments in many ways, but I love bourbon, so I'd love to.
That's a killer project. Somebody taught me port, about how port tries to become bourbon or something he was explaining. I didn't get to finish that class because I was tasting.
You say bourbon is the new sexy drink for women.
It is. It really
Redemption.
is. But the problem is, in the business sense, it's expensive. That's why vodka all of a sudden is escalated to no man's land. But the delivery of the product is the secret to the product.
Fantastic.
And that's what he was just telling you. He gave me a whole lecture on that.
What a great segment. We've got vodka, we've got Veggie Vero, all things for holidays. This has really become a holiday show. We've got some sparkles, and when we come back from commercial break, we're going to talk to artist in the house, Cherie Bender, and the 2 pieces behind us are actually come from her gallery that hangs on our wall over here.
That's right.
I did want to say one more thing if you have just a quick
Very
minute.
cute. She raised her hand, yes.
Do another shot.
Yes. Have another drink,
May I
please.
speak? No, so I wanted to just say before we go to commercial that this coming Sunday, December 13th, we're having little Anya's book release party. And this is her little book about rescuing the penguins in Antarctica and keeping plastic out of the oceans. She worked so hard on this with me. Her and I co-wrote the book, and I helped her through the whole process of editing it, publishing it, and everything. And she's finally having her book launching at the Delray Beach Children's Garden. So it is open to the public, and it's a free event. She's not charging entry fee, but she's selling her books there, doing a book signing, and a little penguin craft for kids. And they actually are making little penguin ornaments. That's the craft, speaking of ornaments. So it'll be a lot of fun. So if anybody's anybody's local around this Palm Beach County area and you're looking for something holiday festive to do, it's a free event, book signing, and best of all, you get to check out the garden. It's amazing, the Delray Beach Children's
We got to
Garden.
bring you and her here because Slick has agreed to wear a penguin outfit.
I want to bring her on the show.
Yes.
Where is this again?
It's the Delray Beach Children's Garden. I'm one of the program facilitators there. It's over right off of Atlantic Ave, one of the offshoots, 2nd Ave. And it's over by the courthouse. I don't know if you're familiar with Delray. You know where the courthouse is?
Yeah.
So it's just south of the courthouse.
Well, thank you. That's really amazing that you're doing this wonderful work.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right,
It's
so great, so
it's
we
an
can
outdoor
finish
garden.
the
We
segment.
teach kids. Yes. Oh my gosh, forever.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more with Robin Weiss. She's very busy over there, over at the back of their studio. We've got Cherie Bender, more to come, Holiday Crafts. Let us know how we can help you with your holidays. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Thank you.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
AskDearAbby.com. Dear Abby is a life coaching company that was founded by Abby Awotasu. At Dear Abby, we believe in empowering single women and men to unapologetically own their identities and grow in self-love. We know that before you find true, meaningful, lasting love, you must first love and fully embrace your unique self, flaws and all. Contact us today at AskDearAbby.com for your personalized coaching session that will get you on the path to ultimately finding your soulmate. And follow Dear Abby on social media at AskDearAbby on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. There's so many moving parts. You know what it's like to talk to me after I've had a few of these shots? Well, Teddy just made this drink. It is a Capistrano Caramel Macchiato.
She's a who?
Capistrano Caramel Macchiato, kind of-ish.
That's a whole lot of words. That's alphabet drink.
So it's actually vegan.
It's a vegan drink.
It's a vegan drink because it's made with coconut milk, coffee, and your Capistrano vodka. It's really good, Teddy.
Do you make anything with coffee? Have you ever tried anything with coffee?
Like with a coffee flavor? You mean
Like a coffee flavored type of, yeah.
I've thought about it because I've had that request before, so I'm going to start doing small batches.
I'm going to give you some bags of coffee. You know, we carry our own coffee brand. I'm going to give you a couple of bags.
You should have
so we
one.
can play with it.
We've got so many things here. This is hilarious. So Robin gives me one thing to show. I'm running out of room here.
You're messing up my
I need our
French way
beautiful
here.
ladies over there, our artistic ladies, to sit down so we can get them on camera.
Sitting
Robin
down.
also does
Watch it, that's
beautiful
wet. She said, "Don't
wedding
touch it,
cards that she has embellished, Mr. and Mrs. And this has to dry, but these are spectacular. Hair clips. I'm telling you, holiday gifts are...
That's an office clip for the Queen Boss.
Oh, I can put my hair up. Like you have your hair up somewhere in a clip? I do. Imagine blinging it out.
It'd be even better.
Right? I mean, everything's better. So Robin goes, look here, eyes over here, focus on here. You're like the squirrel. Going up, here, right, left. Everything here is just so beautiful. And of course I have my wand. And we've got Cherie Bender joining us. So Slick, can you give me a 3-shot? Because Cherie's paintings are behind us. And some of your paintings now have a crystal series on them.
Yeah, that's my new series. It's crystal. It's my whole crystal. The reason I did it was to bring light into dark areas, so some of them are rather edgy. One of my first paintings is called Meltdown. It's a woman in a block of ice, and she's reaching for her purse. She's at the end of her rope. She's
That goes
on the
with
pavement.
Menopausal godmother.
Sorry?
Menopausal godmother would need that.
No, she's a young chick with a gorgeous lace dress on that's semi-transparent.
Wow.
And there's New York City in the background, so she's sitting on the pavement with her back against the wall, and her hand is reaching for an ice purse that is slowly melting, and in it is a gun that I have embedded with Swarovski crystals on the gun handle. It's a really edgy and interesting, beautiful painting, and her face is gorgeous, which I love doing faces of beautiful women and men, and even, not so attractive people, because there's beauty in the heart and soul. And I try to show that. And everything that I do has life, has a personality, has someone in mind, and a message. And I love that crystal idea, bringing the light into the shadow.
It's somewhat,
We need
right?
to
It's all
have
about
more of
bringing the light.
that.
And all of and you've got your new pieces. The eyes are so beautiful. The Madonna that you're putting together. I've only seen the painting. I haven't seen the painting.
Yes, I'm going to bring that in for you because it's gorgeous, and I would love for you to have it here. Because it's, I had to send away for the ebony crystals. No one had any. It took a little while for me to get them, and I'm doing her eyeballs in crystals.
Wow.
But she has a sparkly habit on. It's, I've done a few Madonnas. One of them's in the museum in Athens, Greece. It's a green Madonna. I did a Madonna in hot pink and emerald green. and
me
they
why you
bought
did-
it
why
right
color-
away.
Why would you color the Madonnas? Just as an artist, I'm just wondering.
Because the Madonna is an icon. The Madonna represents femininity and womanly, and the mother of Jesus. I was given a message when I was in Athens, Greece, delivering the painting Crown of Thorns. When I left, that I should do more Madonnas, and then I had the scent of roses. Roses always signifies that the Madonna is near. So I had a very mystical experience, and I've done about 4 Madonnas so far. Each
And
one,
you sold
the first,
all of them.
yeah, except for one was in St. Gregory's, and the other 2 are sold, except for this last one that I'm doing.
And her pieces go quick. And then when you sell her pieces, she says, no, it's not for sale.
I know.
Because it has sentimental value.
Tell Freddie that one's not for sale.
And she calls you. And she calls you. She's hilarious.
Look at her face. She knows too. You can't have that one. You can have this one. I'll make another one.
I do. Listen, that particular painting was actually a photograph of me that my best friend photographed me, and I put tattoos on and I airbrushed the background in gold paint. It has jewels on it and Swarovski crystals and handmade butterflies.
It was on our set from the morning show. It's in
We
Studio
put it
A.
in Studio A now because obviously I can't sell it.
Well,
And obviously
Danny-
when you tell me that is I want to sell it. Obviously.
But Danny, okay, I can do another one because I have the
They're gonna
camera.
want another one. They're going to want
roll.
that one. But it's okay. It's sitting in another set. You can come and see it and utilize it from a distance.
But Danny is not able to do photography anymore. He was one of the best photographers in Miami. He did all the movie sets, and he knew Don Johnson, and he was amazing. And then he was fell down by a stroke on my birthday.
Oh my goodness.
4 years ago. So I'm sorry, but that is an amazing piece, and I appreciate that you love it so much because I love it so much too.
I love the eyes on your other pieces, on your Madonna, on the lady with the wine. The eyes, we always say eyes are the window to the soul, and the eyes that you paint are spectacular.
Thank you. I'm going to bring that. If you would like to show that here, Drink the Wine is one of my latest pieces, and it's about celebration of life. Through all of this year of 2020, where all of our challenges, we still have to feel the joie de vivre, which is joy of life, and believe in ourselves and enjoy drinking good wine and having faith in positive outcomes.
It's funny because Teddy, you didn't see this, but she did her new podcast piece for the Bear podcast. She also did a piece called Finish the Glass, which is kind of cool. That I'll have to show you. She'll show you. It's called Finish the Glass. And she said, we'll use it for something. She says, I don't know what. She finished it yesterday. She goes, it's too feminine for what she was looking for, but it might go nicely with your piece as like a promotional piece for it.
Finish the glass. Put vodka
Finish
in it.
the glass. Well,
And
then
then
she
we'll
has
go.
wine pouring out of it. But yeah, it could be for anything. It could be Finish the Glass. The vodka could be Finish the Glass for anything. Kind of
Magical.
as we end 2020, finish the glass and then re-pour it in 2021.
You know, it's funny because I came up with this thing called Bang
Teddy,
Out.
if you have that, can you put it up?
Bang Out 2020. This has been such a remarkable year that I'm dying to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to 2021.
We're going to have a real good New Year's Eve this
Well,
year.
we are actually celebrating our Café Jingle Jam Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because I want to bang out this year, right? So they laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Apple has decided to take the song and put it on their commercial. And they're banging out their new products, getting rid of the old products, and banging in the new products. Same concept. And it's all over TV. So I came in here when there's this, you see what I'm talking about? You'd be surprised at who's listening. So what I like about with you and what I want to do back here is I want to bang out and get rid of 2020. And then the crystals sort of are the light to 2021 because next year is going to be a spectacular year for all of us.
We just have to keep the faith. I believe that art is an expression of the soul. That's why a lot of my work is inspired. I feel like I'm a channeler, and I can't take full credit for the ideas that I get.
but I'm committed to creating and making them real. One of the things is that we are eternal spirits, and we are going to overcome because the light always wins. And that's what we have to hold on to and remember.
You know, I'm gonna have you put a vodka bottle, right, that pours real vodka, and it goes into a glass, and then there'll be a straw so it circulates.
You need a crazy straw?
Awesome.
What?
I'm gonna get you a crazy straw.
No, not a crazy. Think about that. You have the bottle of vodka. You have her vodka coming out, and it's turning the water. It's real vodka into a glass, which funnels down back into the machine and it circulates.
Like a fountain, but it's with vodka.
Yes, real vodka. Because everybody's going to
I've
want
got
to
a
taste
fountain
it.
for you that we could put it with at my parents' house. Kid you not?
I just need a pump.
We got a pump. We got them.
But this is what happens when you put two people together that do something totally different. But think about the impact of that. Think about, I mean, they put a banana on a canvas.
On a wall.
On a wall.
I think that was a hoax.
A half a $1 million hoax?
I think that the whole thing was planned ahead.
Of course it was.
Because, you know, it's a way of desecrating fine art to do that.
But let me tell you something. The nice thing about that art is you get another banana.
You can't eat that banana, and also bananas don't last. Only a painting lasts.
No, the one that
Remember.
they did was the painting. The guy spent $250,000 and he crushed it on TV. Remember that?
Well, yay for him.
That was stupid. But the banana, I thought, you got to be courageous. Can you imagine putting a banana on there and the guy took it and he cut it off and ate it?
People
Next
do
day
a
he
lot
put
of
another
crazy
banana.
stuff.
But he sold it for $100,000. He sold it. And it made the news. It got every artist upset.
I want to see the check.
I know. Slick or Taylor? Robin, before we go, Robin, I want to see all the other great things that you brought on the table.
Yes, let's bring it.
But I need someone to move for
I
camera.
worked on quite a few things.
Taylor.
A wand here, a clip there, a little dreidel that I kind of grabbed out of the hallway. We have the wedding card from my best friend's daughter coming up. And we have these amazing, next week, Funko Pops. And I also brought two things that I was custom commissioned to do over here.
Can I get somebody out
show
here?
those to you as well. And Christmas.
Is that a Clorox?
I'm sorry?
Is that a Clorox wipes?
Yeah, this is a Clorox wipe.
Is
You
it
know,
full?
sitting here, I just wanna-
Is it full?
Well, we started last week. There's a Swarovski grocery store in Austria. So Dawn and I
have an Aleve bottle back
building
there.
a little store here. So she has the Aleve bottle, Dawn, and now we're going to have a Clorox wipe.
But is that full?
No, this is empty.
Oh, figures.
So we don't want to throw anything away. But
Do
we
you
can
know?
certainly use it.
Do you know if it was full? How even before you crystallized it, how expensive that is? Oh, there you go.
But I want to see what else you've got to
You
go.
can fill it up again, Freddie.
I
Taylor,
can't
Slick,
fi-
Teddy, if
I
anyone's
can't
not on the
find
board.
I'm sorry.
I wanted someone to, I'll move it myself. apparently our crew is busy. I want to get the other pieces.
Oh, would you like me to bring them over here and show them?
No, we're gonna bring a camera over to you. Now, the amazing thing about what you do on the wall, the amazing thing is that everything you do is different. You know, whether it's people or designs or even the frames are different. There's a whole texture to what you do, which is really what I like.
Thank you.
About
Thank
your
you.
artistic stuff. Now, I'm moving some of your stuff also to the radio station, where everybody went ooh and ah, because it's different. And
Are you
because
bringing
of-
Marilyn over there?
No, Marilyn. Who's Marilyn? This one here?
Marilyn and her
on the far
poochie.
right.
The one on the, yes, eventually I will, not right now.
Okay.
Because what I want to do is I want to make a doorway to Blink City. So that's why we were talking about the crystallization, everything else.
Yes.
Thank you, Teddy.
So it becomes a doorway to
board.
going in there. But what happened at the radio station, we had to slow things down because of the virus.
Uh-huh.
But people are dying to come back into the station because now it's becoming a tour deal. So not only you go into a radio station when you can, when we allow this to do this, like you're doing with your distillery, people go in there to take pictures, people go in there to buy, people are in there and they see a whole different concept on radio become visual, and that's why your pieces work.
Well, you mentioned about that I do different things, and I just want to explain that I do series. What's behind you on the stage is part of my Rebel series. I did 10 pieces in the Rebel series.
Right.
And now I'm doing my Crystal series, which is all oil paintings with crystal embedded.
Swarovski crystals, to be
Right.
specific. And partly is because some of those themes are a little dark. And I'm doing one about guns. I've done a lot of paintings about guns. And my crystal series is about the light and the shadow. So there are going to be some dark subjects, but Drink the Wine is happy. Magnolia Little Jewel is happy. I have 2 or 3 other that I sent you on video of flowers and pastel.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
for
one
the
also.
solar eclipse that we had, the huge solar eclipse that we had a few years ago. And so basically, for me, Swarovski crystals are to bring the light in, which we need a lot of light,
That's
as I
right.
said.
And that's a good way to start 2021.
Awesome.
All right, so you
I
want to
see
show
what
off some of
Robin's
the
got
stuff?
going on over there, Miss Robin. I've got my shoes down here.
Yes, you do. Those shoes are forever. Those
I've
are
got my
incredible.
shoes down here.
Those are
I
great.
totally forgot I made those for you.
Well,
Dawn.
Robin made these last
So
year.
funny.
Yeah,
Do
they're
not throw away your
wonderful.
Converses. Do not throw away any
Repurpose
of
your
shoes or
Converse.
boots. She
Call
does
Robin.
boots as well.
Repurpose any shoe, and your favorite shoe of all, that's the best shoe to cover with crystals. 'cause
And
you're
you will
never
do
gonna
these for
give it
people,
up.
right? You will cover their shoes.
Absolutely. I do everything. I teach. I'm an instructor in Hollywood Beach, Florida at a Passion for Wellness Center that is now open. If you want to take my workshop, it's a 2-hour workshop called Sparkle Therapy. And it comes with a whole complete starter kit with the most fabulous things to start out. And this is my regular journey that I have in front of me. I kind of brought with me this week in case you wanted to see some holiday ideas.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. Well, the first thing, I know that everybody's different. Some people like pop art, modern, but some people still like antiques. So if you know of anybody, maybe someone older or younger who loves antiques, you can always go onto eBay and get antique tins. And these are the most exquisite things, one of the most that I think to cover with crystals. And these are actual antique, this is an antique tin, but this chocolate factory is still in business and it still sells. And a new chocolate that I discovered in Home Goods that I brought for everyone today, and what I'm going to cover is this adorable little lips box. So if you're a big TJ Maxx shopper, Home Goods, Ross, Marshalls like me, that's where you're going to get most of your items and fun items to cover. So this is just a chocolate box that when you cover it with crystals after is going to become an item you can sell in your Etsy store. Another amazing way to make a ornament on a Christmas tree, rather than your traditional ornaments, of course you can add to those as well, is just to take a patch of anything you love, glue a little clip on the back, which is what I use. I love these clips because with magnets you're limited, with barrettes you're limited, with pins you're limited. A clip you can clip anywhere, especially on a Christmas tree. And this is just a regular unicorn patch, but when I get done with it, it's going to be a Christmas tree ornament.
Amazing.
Now my own insect creations are metal stampings that I buy on a website called Metal Stamping USA, and I've been making them for 12 years, and these are Swarovski encrusted butterflies with over 150 Swarovski crystals, also with the clips on the back. And these go on ugly wires, they go on Christmas trees.
What's an ugly wire?
An ugly wire is a wire, because whenever
Just
you
an
have
ugly
a wire
wire.
coming out of the wall, it's ugly.
You should like hashtag ugly wire.
I have. It's for about 5 years since I've been on Instagram.
Just an ugly wire. Okay.
So
Did you know
these
what
are
ugly wire was?
butterflies.
I thought it was the next wife.
Then I do bumblebees, and I do the colors of the Gucci bee on the bumblebee. Okay, I also do ladybugs, and I haven't completed all of these. Some of these I'm going to add actually some glitter to the legs, because sometimes if you're limited, you can fill it up with glitter. But in this bag is a whole bunch that I'm working on just right now alone. And the lesser expensive ones, if you go to Michael's, you could just get the little, like the feather butterflies in the package, which is where I started. Glue the clips on the back, put the crystals on. You've got amazing little clips for parties, centerpieces. If you love bumblebees like me, you can have bumblebees. And another thing about the metal stampings, beside the butterflies and the insects, they have every animal. They have everything you can imagine. And this is a dolphin. And if whatever you love. So
That is
there's some
beautiful.
ideas. And there's a new Converse that came to town that I'm very excited about. I just got commissioned yesterday by a very famous model in New York, shoe model, and I'm going to be making these super cool Converse encrusted with jet black Swarovski crystals and hearts on the sides in
Wow.
red. And I'm very excited. So if you invite me back, I'll bring them back next week to show the finished product.
Absolutely. Next week. You know,
That
you and I
wasn't
keep
hard.
doing that today.
I'm amazed. You know, I had a pair of Converse. I threw them away.
He's
man.
trying to come
I
up with a word I'm not going to say. You and I have been doing this all
Goodwill,
day.
Freddie. Go to Goodwill and Salvation Army, and I'll scrub them for you, and I'll put crystals. Jet black for Freddie.
Scrub 'em.
Scrubbing.
Can you imagine me and crystals?
Yes, all day long.
Another thing I'm
men
in the
like
middle
crystals.
of, I didn't know if you'd be interested.
I
is
love
this
that.
Gorgeous thermal work. Any workout girl who likes some bling. It's called Pod Paradsha, and this is a different crystal from the Czech Republic, which I'd love to tell you about. I'm sure you know about Preciosa. But they have a new line that's very similar to Swarovski, which they're going to be discontinuing next year. But don't fear, they have all the same colors, and they're just almost as beautiful. And then you have your makeup brushes. Lots of ideas. Never ends.
Wow, and then you have your unicorn for those and your glasses.
Well, the unicorn, what I would love to do is try to sell this unicorn. It's my favorite little sculpture, and I would love to give half of it to Jewish Community Services of South Florida.
Wow.
So I did bring that here to kind of pitch that little.
Okay, how much are you trying to?
$425.
Okay.
It's covered 100% Swarovski crystals with heliotrope.
Are you bidding on it in the auction?
How much is the rabbit? No, I keep forgetting to ask.
This week is already sold, and
It is sold.
many sculptures, Real Housewives of Bling. You can see all my work.
You
on
bought it?
Instagram.
You bought it?
Well, we're negotiating about.
Is it
Yeah,
sold
I'm
or
very
not
interested.
sold? Because I'm gonna tell you, I got cash.
She's got others.
Get the cash.
I can duplicate anything.
What I love about this rabbit is the Swarovski crystal butterflies you have on her bottom.
That's what I love about it too.
And the
I really
ears.
do. I love that.
These butterflies actually are really also for orchids, orchid clips. So they're really cool. If you have a house gift, you go buy a little orchid and you clip them onto an orchid, and you can glue them onto glass. So they're really cool.
Do you have a special glue that you use for glass?
The main glue that I use is E6000, but I use many glues, and I
Oh, we have to go.
specialize in many glues.
All right, Robin, people can find you how?
Well, you can email me no matter who you are, whether you're a rhinestone artist,
No matter who
regular
you are.
artist, makeup artist, or nail tech, because the stick that I created picks up rhinestones fabulously. So Robin's Rhinestones.
Talk in your
Robin
mic.
With a Y.
Talking to your mic.
That's Robin's Rhinestones, Robin with a Y, @gmail.com. And I can help you, consult you, and get you started with this craft and see where you're at and help you get over any hump you might be at.
And if you bring a case and you talked about having a case for your pieces, I'll find a place for that as well.
I would love that, Freddie. That would be
Because I think
wonderful.
that what you do is outstanding.
Well, thank you, Freddie. That's very nice of you to say.
Freddie? It's time
I
to
feel like
end
a
the
cup
show,
of tea.
Freddie, the
It's
mother's
okay.
in menopause.
That's right. We have to go.
I'll take it.
Amazing. She's in. Great show, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It's all about the holidays, bringing in the light. It is the first night of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Celebrate. We get to light our new menorah brought to us by Max Lazega. Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you, Summer, Cherie, Veronica, Robin. As always, more to come. We've got the art of Jay Harmon, our colored pencil artist,
Pencil
today
art.
at 2:30. Our pencil artist. So a lot coming out of the production studios. Have a great day. Be safe. Be kind.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
I forgot to get to the perfume.
We'll talk about that next.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of arms of both. The words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors.